Hey, everyone. This is the Let's Get Loud podcast with JNA. Hi, Alicia.
Hey girl, hey.
Okay, by this time, when you guys listen to this, I would have known if I'm going to be an actress this summer or not.
Oh man, sometimes you just make me laugh in all of your jobs.
Oh man, I just that's more of a dream. I'll do it for free. I just feel like it's like one of the parts of me. And then when I was there was a bus. There was a time where we were taking a bus to get from the port to the airport. And I was like, I want to do this. I will one day host an ultimate girls weekend tour bus.
Okay.
See that? We're gonna head to New York.
My ears just perked right up. Tell me everything. Yeah,
shopping, drinking, eating. So that would be so fun. It would be a long weekend, probably maybe even Mother's Day weekend, peace out. But then you're like older, so you really don't care. You don't feel guilty at all. Is that ever going to happen? Maybe. Or even long weekend. Yeah. But I want the weather to be beautiful in New York and hot so we can wear whatever we want to wear.
Okay.
And we would stop obviously Bangor, do some shopping there. We could do Portland, and then we would get to New York. We do a couple days there.
So we're on a bus, like a tour bus thing.
Yes.
Okay.
And only women are allowed. And it's we're here to party, but not clean party. I don't want people throwing up.
Okay. So that all sounds incredible.
See? And then there's fun. I'm in charge of music. I'm in charge of games in the bus. We would do finish that lyric. I mean, true fun.
I was just watching Real Housewives, and they do a girls trip. It's a thing that they do, that they bring housewives from all franchises, and then they go on a girls trip. How fun.
How fun.
And it made me think about, a really fun girls trip.
Yeah. Yeah. I see that. Okay. Also got a reminder for my Botox tomorrow. And I'm as if I need a reminder for the appointment of the year that I am so excited about. Okay. Well, hello everyone. Today we're talking about abundance mindset. And the reason why this is on the table today, or a part of our topics, is because I just came back from being on a cruise, which means buffet, volume. And I've been asking the internet, what are you curious about? And abundance mindset came out a lot. And people are how did you not overeat? Did your abundance mindset pay off while you were away? How do you stop? How do you do portion control when you're at a buffet? And so I thought, what a fun conversation I could have with my BFF here about abundance mindset and how we came to this moment, basically.
I would love to have that conversation with you. We haven't discussed this at all, so it's perfect. And before you get going there, I do want to point out that, people asking you, how did you not overeat? I think it's so important that you guys realize that my definition of overeating is different to your definition. You could literally have watched Jose on vacation. Two people could have watched her, okay? Cameras everywhere. And someone would say, wow, she lost her shit, or wow, she ate so much. And someone else could be like, oh my gosh, she rocked it.
Yeah. Or someone else could have been oh, she must have felt deprived. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So while Jose's talking and sharing this with you guys, I really need you guys to remind yourself that when you're going on vacation or when you're in your own pantry, you need to decide for yourself what that looks like, what that feels like.
So I think a big part of it's the portion control. So I think that's a good conversation right away, because I think that people are okay, well, how do you go there and you have access to so much? You have access to abundance, you have access to over what you actually need. Bah oui, c'est un buffet. You could, tu pourrais buster. And it's obviously abundance mindset means, what does that mean? It means I can have more tomorrow. I can have what I want. I can have as much as I want. So when you have that mindset and you're at a buffet, you would think the person would eat so much, right? And when it's for real, when you really have an abundance mindset, not a fake one, not a pretend one, when you really live and respect abundance, I think it's almost, I say respect, but that's how I see it. It's you have standards for the abundance, It's like you have respect. It's like, even if you gave me all the money in the world, I'm not going to buy 5 planes. Like, I'm not going to buy, like I still have like standards for what I want. And I still have like, you know what I mean? Like not rules, but standards. Anyways.
Absolutely.
I think when you have respect for the abundance that is in front of you, and it's for real, it's not just like, I can have whatever I want, so I go for it. And you have respect for your body and how that feels and whatever, you actually then can practice true abundance mindset, which is I can have whatever I want and I can have more tomorrow. And it's believing it. It's actually believing it. I can have more tomorrow, and also at the same time as I can have whatever I want, it's what do I want? And it's not just food, though. It's, I don't want to feel like shit. I don't want to feel sick. Like when you eat so much, you do end up on the toilet and you feel sick. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, not fun.
You do. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially on food, like on vacation, if you're eating 17 hash browns and 5 pounds of bacon and whatever, you will have diarrhea and it's not going to feel good, though. You know what I mean?
Okay. I need to know about the bacon. Was there bacon every day?
Yes, there was bacon every day. I did eat bacon every day. I did.
Perfect.
I want to say like maybe like 3 pieces, like 3. I was just like, I would not, before I would have been like, oh my God, I never have bacon. Whereas now, because of my abundance mindset, I could have bacon and shidduch if I wanted to. It's just not part of like, it's actually not my favorite part of breakfast. Like it's delicious and I had it every morning, but I did not need, here's the thing. I think that people say, how can you have portion control and enjoy yourself? And I'm like, I know so much what that means, because before I would have linked enjoying myself, meaning
with eating way past hunger.
Yes.
Yes.
And so it's like, here's the thing, you guys, you have to realize that you have to stop defining enjoying yourself, meaning eating everything. Like, I don't think that enjoying myself is eating 4 donuts. I think it's the first few bites, honestly, and having the permission to eat a fucking bite of donut, or a donut. So I think that's like, again, and it's also, it's not about what I ate. It's like, it's the thoughts and language you have coming in, like, and it's the perception, it's whatever. So I'm sitting there and honestly, I didn't eat a lot of fruit while I was on vacation. Like, so, I was thinking about like, okay, did I eat a lot of fruit? Did I like stick to nutrient dense foods? And I really stuck to what I wanted in that moment. They had this amazing, that was my favorite part of every morning. I loved breakfast so much. Breakfast was my favorite part. Every time I would wake up, I'd be like, breakfast buffet. Like, it's like just the best. There's nothing better than a breakfast buffet, and like a good breakfast buffet.
Yeah.
So, the sausages were not good. So I never even like took a sausage and put it in my plate. Dia did once. And I was like, let me take a bite. And I was like, I didn't even want to finish my bite. That's how I was like, that is not my kind of sausage, breakfast sausage. So I was like, okay, definitely skipping that. And I'm a sausage person with some syrup on the side. Like, that is how I live my life.
All right, Buddy the Elf.
I definitely am. So anyways, they had this mix, and it was apples mixed with yogurt, mixed with some sort of oatmeal. It was un vrai cho, where someone like Jeff was like gagging just looking at it, where someone like me is like, yum, what is this cho of like breakfast goodness? It was just this sugary, yummy cho of like oatmeal mixed with yogurt, mixed with apple, mixed with granola.
And it was all mixed, pre-mixed?
Pre-mixed. You would like scoop it. I didn't take a picture.
Of course, that was your thing.
The words muesli, muesli, which I think is a cereal.
It's like granola.
Yeah, and that was a part of the title. There was like multiple words. I loved it so much, and my mom loved it so much. We're very similar, me and my mom, with our taste sometimes. And I was like, Mom, you're gonna love this. I like know her taste where I know my dad's taste. I'm a mix of both my parents. Anyways, so all that to say, that was probably very calorie dense. But I have one bowl of that, and I had to stop. That was more like, have one bowl, Jose, because tomorrow you can have more. And also, if you eat another one, you're probably gonna shit your pants because there's a lot of dairy in this. So I think my biggest tool was fullness. Was listening to not feeling stuffed. It didn't matter what was on my plate. It also didn't matter how much. I was really listening to how full I was. And then I almost got into a routine of like 2 of that, 1 of that, and 1 of that is my breakfast.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does make sense. Okay. So first of all, I needed to know what the difference was between muesli and granola. And granola is like cooked, And muesli is like almost like overnight oats type vibe, which makes sense for what you explained.
Yes.
Next thing, honestly, a vacation experience where you have access to a buffet is actually an incredible opportunity
to practice,
work on your abundance mindset for so many reasons. Number one, you have 7 days. On this cruise, I mean, maybe you have 10, I don't know, whatever. Let's say 7 days. If you're going on to, if you're or an all-inclusive resort or wherever, right? You have 7 days. So often when we have a buffet experience, we don't have another one for like a couple months, you know? So like you literally have an experience, and then the next day you can remind yourself of how you felt, how it went. So I think that's incredible. Second piece, probably most people are not trying to lose weight on vacation.
Yeah.
And when you are trying to create an abundance mindset and lose weight at the same time, sometimes that can be difficult. And so just giving yourself permission to work on your abundance mindset in that moment and put weight loss aside could be an incredible opportunity for you to have some growth with your relationship with food and the way that you think about food.
Yeah. And the way you feel. I find that we're not listening enough to our bodies. I think that's where society kind of went wrong somewhere, where we're trying to look too much of what is in our plate and count shit and label shit. Like that's healthy, that's not healthy, that's too much, that's less. Shut up and just listen to how you feel when you eat. Like, and we're not doing that enough. We're just like, oh, we're labeling like my vacation means I eat whatever. Like we're not listening to what our body is telling us.
We're not. And so did you do a buffet at lunchtime too?
Yes, sometimes. Sometimes I would actually like, so because, okay, here's the thing. Because I know my love for volume. Okay. So my love for volume came in strong at a buffet. Like it's like, oh my goodness, like there's so much. And my love for like, I'm not like, I only like this. Like I want to try like the waffles and the hash brown and the this and whatever. So I knew that I was going to go more than I would eat at home. Like I don't even have breakfast at home. So my rule, like it is at home, is to just eat when I'm hungry again. And I'm waiting for those hunger signs. So again, it's listening to me. I'm listening to my body. So I would definitely eat past what I would eat at home, meaning it would take longer for me to be hungry than at home.
Yeah.
Because at home, I don't have access to the hash brown and so calorie dense foods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So here I'm probably hungry every 2-3 hours, like a true hunger, unless I went out or whatever. But like there was one day I had breakfast at 7:15 and it was 4 p.m. until I felt true hunger and I did not eat in between.
I love that so much. Like, can we just leave space for that, you guys?
Yeah.
And, you know, I did something quite similar as well when we were on vacation. Like if I ate a meal that was bigger than I normally would have eaten at home, it's like no big deal, but let's just wait until you're actually hungry again to eat. And then like it tastes delicious.
Oh, the burger I ate at 4 p.m.
Best burger ever.
Yes. Whereas if I would have eaten it at noon, just because it's lunchtime and it's free and I can just have it, I was like, I'm going to wait for that burger to feel like I need that burger. That burger is going to be the most delicious burger ever. And they had like the buffet style of what you want to put on the burger. We all know my burger was like this tall. There's onions, pickles, lettuce, tomato, mayo, all of the things though. And then the fries on the side. And then you could say, I was like, just a little bit of fries so that they weren't like making my whole plate fries. It was like just a little bit of fries. And then I realized they did these amazing, beautiful salads at lunch at the buffet. So like there was one day I'm like, I'm going to go get that salad. I just felt like you could do whatever you wanted to do. And it was a choice if you wanted to go for the most calorie dense option or if you wanted to go. And I did not feel deprived eating a salad. It was obviously delicious. No?
I want to talk about that piece as well, is that I think so often when you guys go into experiences looking to do something different, whether it's eating out at a restaurant, whether it's a buffet, whether it's vacations, let's say whether it's going to a party, and you're like, you almost have the limiting belief, if I do not stuff myself, I will leave there feeling deprived. I will leave there feeling like I missed out. I will feel sorry for myself.
Yeah.
But you haven't ever even given yourself the opportunity to actually have that experience. Yeah. And when you do have that experience, you might realize wow, I actually don't feel deprived at all. I feel amazing. I gave my body what I wanted. I didn't eat way past hunger, so I don't physically feel ill. I made choices that aligned with who I want to be, which makes me feel happy and authentic. You need to give yourself an opportunity to act differently before you decide if you're going to hate it.
Yeah. Oh, yes, of course. And you know, I've said this before, and some members have been like that. It was like one of the sentences that I've learned at Your Weight Loss that I keep repeating to myself. When you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. And I think that when I was saying no to the second bowl of the, you know, oatmeal, I was saying yes to not shitting my pants. I was saying yes to not feeling so stuffed. I was saying yes, like there's other things I'm saying yes to. And I think if you love that?
Literally, guys, her saying no to the second bowl of muesli was not just about saying no to that. It's saying yes to not shitting
other
my
things.
pants.
Like I'm saying yes to other things.
Yes.
And
you're
it's
saying
like
yes to being hungry later for that delicious burger.
Yes. And it's like, I didn't go to the gym while I was on the boat. I don't even go to the gym in Shidyak. So why would I go on a boat? I did say yes to going for short walks. I had like issues with my ass. Like my butt cheek hurts so much since the beginning of my trip, and it's still not going away. And anyways, that's another podcast on its own, but I was like struggling with my body. But while I'm saying no to the gym, I was saying yes to like, I was like more purposeful with how I was eating, because I'm like, because I have knowledge. So I'm like, it's not about the burger. It's not about the muesli. It's not about the hash brown. Okay. It really is about how can I feel like when I go to bed, I'm ready for breakfast tomorrow morning. When I go to lunch, I feel ready for lunch. When I, and while in between, I'm not like, oh, ate too much. I never once, I think only in Florida, there's one moment I'm in the shower and I'm like, Jose, you just ate too much. And it's not bad. You're not bad. But that was a lot of food. And why did that happen? I was like, you waited too long. I was so hungry. When I got home with the food, I finished everyone's plate. I was just like, I was so hungry before that moment. And I was like, okay, tomorrow, you know, you say, so, and it's the no drama. I think that people think creating drama and desperation is the answer. And I'm like, no, the no drama approach is actually what makes you more consistent.
Guys, think about how simple that actually is, what Jose just described. First of all, taking the time every single day to reflect and just think about how you showed up, right? There's so much power in that. Because Jose allowed herself the space to do that without judgment, she said, you ate past hunger. And you're not bad. You're not a bad person. You're not destined to be overweight. It's just, that's what happened. And then why? What were my triggers? Okay, I recognize that I have the tendency to eat past hunger when I get really hungry. Yeah. And then now going forward the next day, you know, actually overeating if I don't eat now. So I'm going to change the way I show up and you're going to tweak and adjust. But having that conversation with yourself doesn't happen if there's drama.
Yeah, no. And if you're not being like, if you're not looking at it in a lens of a solution almost, and not like labeling, like I could have been like, that's it, you're on vacation, who cares, get back on track, or whatever. It was just like, in this moment, I felt like I remember being in the shower and just feeling so stuffed.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, like uncomfortable. And I was like, okay, that's the first time you felt uncomfortable in the vacation. Here, how do you want to behave tomorrow because of how you want to feel? Not because you're bad, not because I don't want to gain weight, not because I'm afraid of weight gain. It just doesn't feel good. So saying no to overeating is to say yes to something else. So again, when you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. Just make sure you're okay with both, and nothing makes you feel deprived. That was great.
Was an amazing podcast.
I agree. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Do not forget about our May tour. Do not forget about our podcast party. Do not forget about our October show. A lot is happening at Your Weight Loss. Make sure you're a part of it. Okay, goodbye.